Yeah. Strong. I ride the way. On a surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm full on repeat. I ride the way. On a surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm full on repeat. Full on repeat, gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. Battle we can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go, taking me to pin town. P.O. said slow down, so I come away when I skip town. 16 was on the age, that's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said 2 wide, no 10 tile. I need like a man, even if your eyes don't dare to me. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shoe, nigga, that's a boss move. Don't be worried about what strong dude. Do you and I'm a do I. Certain boy got a paint job with a clip coat, that's a fall guy. The girlfriend even took a beat, I was fresh meat, no clip fire. Kimmy went in Beyonce, put a ring on it at a lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee, but I'm shooting three. Put sweat in it to the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tee. Open up, let me splash it. Around the world. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm full on repeat. All right, on the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. Walking through the air, no night flight. There was some people. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on all. Hit the ground, one and grab it. That's the Usain Bolt. Don't like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be taught. 9 crunch time, and I send it home like a walk-off. AMG on steroid, get the flex once a little nightmare. Coming full force, no warning, just know I don't fight fair. No flight, no flight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the head, lock into them. Tap, 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 tap there. Short LCPR. What the hell are he need for? Took him to the water, rid him up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm a whole damn lifeguard. Then just real wish sharp. Life show me it once hard. Get skateboards and I count hard. Play my hand for the W. Time talk about who is who. Baby on that, who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm coming through. Strout.
Check 1, check 2. Back, making up for yesterday night on a Wednesday night. Trying to make up for a Tuesday night. Just don't make no sense. Okay. What's up, Nina, up in his house?
Hi, Nina.
Angela up in the house.
Hello, hello.
This is Hood Talking. It's your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella, trying to get it started on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. We'll throw my whole week out, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. And if you want to send him some love, there is that information. Is beginning to scroll across the bottom of the screen. But one other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. But we want to talk about this subject. We tried to yesterday. It was like halted. But now we are here. We're going to discuss this thing today. We would love everyone's opinions on how you feel or what we should do. So we want to know, so how can we train our kids to be good people when we aren't? Are we raising bad kids? Are we good people? First off, it doesn't mean that your children can't turn out better than you. Some of us, we've gone through things in our lives, to make us move a different type of way in our adulthood. But it doesn't mean that we cannot instill goodness in our children. But if you don't know better, you don't do better. So when you learn better, you just got to start moving different, But when people learn better things, everybody don't implement those things into their daily lives. So yeah, some of us are raising bad kids because sometimes the things my grandson say to me just leave me shocked. So I got to make sure that I'm not allowing him to turn into a bad kid.
Yeah.
Because they're coming out wiser. They come out wiser doing things like babies being born now with eyes open. I remember when I was young, babies being born, their eyes were closed. Now you can see teeth print in baby's mouth, so things are different. They are a little wiser. So
Right.
yeah, it's some good in everybody that we can, put on our children so that they can move different than we did.
What's up, Rita, up in his house? And I appreciate the stars, Angela. Can't see it on that thing, but what I'm gonna say, yeah, I agree with that, and I've been, you know how you notice stuff every now and then you look around and you see how kids are moving and how parents are moving, and a lot of times we don't know. We don't know exactly what's going on because we don't. Most of us not raised in a traditional household. With man, woman in there, and the man a disciplinary, and the woman. Uh,
Good.
Homes that's like that. Sometimes they more of stepdaddy homes than homes that the original child would listen to their daddy more in and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff that go into trying to figure out how to raise these children in this new world, this new social media world, this new fast, and everything got to be pow, 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 pow. Attention span is down to 2 minutes and stuff. I was looking at a thing and it was saying the attention span for most children and adults that went all the way down to 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah. Most people can't watch a 2 minute video or something without switching over or something. So I think with all this happening, we had to. It's a thing they used to say back in the day. Your child don't do as you say. Sometimes they do as you do. And I think sometimes we forget how much stuff we do in front of our children, even if it's just talking, having conversations. I remember back in the day, we used to tell children, get out the room and stuff like that. We don't do that now. And the children just be sitting there, listening to everything we saying, the gossip, us talking about, what's name, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. They listen to your gossip. They listen to everything.
Yeah.
And we just got to be more mindful on how we moving and what we doing from day to day sometimes.
I agree.
Stop Tasha up in his house, up in this thing.
Tasha. Angela said they're upholding these kids in this foolishness, and some of these kids are put in bad positions and expect a different outcome. Ridiculous. Train up a child in the way you would want them to go. People don't think about that anymore. They want them to move like them. There's so many parents that have the children that act like them. They have their direct personalities. The way their mother mostly move, they move the same way. If their mother is a gossiper or manipulator, they pick up these habits because there is no separation in the child and the mother.
Right. And what we don't realize is we can't blame that because it's just like any animal. if a dog raised around another dog that's barking all the time, they're gonna start barking.
They gonna mimic it.
So what we trying to do is we trying to teach a child to be different than who we are. And it's not, and that's the problem. It's like, do we really feel like we such good people that our child can watch us and be totally different? Or are we the same people that's giving them bad directions? And then we sit up there and we mean well, you know what I'm saying? Because I was talking to somebody today, and it's just simple stuff of, giving, children candy and other little stuff. You know what I'm saying? We know it's bad for them, but we still grab the honey buns and the candy and all this stuff. We give it to our kids. Mean well. We're like, oh man, I used to like this when I was young, but we forgot what Mama used to tell us back in the day. Oh, you're gonna get your teeth right out and all this and all, and we don't, I got a couple friends with a couple teeth in their mouth, and yeah, they probably wish they hadn't just indulged in it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know how that is.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we got to understand that part of it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What's up, Chelsea? Up in the house.
Hey, Chelsea.
How you doing?
I need those shades out of Chelsea. As I said, a lot of these kids trying to prove something, and they trying to help mama because she is in a bad position. Oh, you see that so much. You see that so much that the children are helping the mother because she's doing bad.
Okay, we can go and start with this thing one time. You ready?
How can we? Okay.
Go ahead.
So one way that you're saying that we can train our kids to be good people when we aren't, and are we raising bad kids, and are we even good people, is to show integrity and honesty in all interactions. It sure sound good.
Sure sound good. But see, this is research. Researcher have you out. Look, researcher have us trying to be perfect, and we know we can't be perfect, but we can try the best versions
of ourselves.
And that's why every time I get around, young ladies or whatever, I try to let them know cussing like a sailor or this and that is not ladylike. I know we want to, the women get around each other, bitch, this, bitch, that, my bitch, my this and that. It's still not ladylike. And we got to change because when we came up, our mamas wasn't doing that. Our grandmas wasn't doing it. So we have to change our actions sometimes to be more, at least hiding what we really feel. It's like a work environment. It's like we'll go to work and we'll be half-ass fake all day, but then we'll come home and let it all out, and we realize our children are there and everybody there, the people we love here. That's the place that you really need to be, more not exactly fake, but more humble. I mean, more of a better person when you get home. It's like you go out there and you treat the world all good and stuff. Then you come home and then you treat the people that you love and the other people bad. And we got to get up out of this. We got to stop letting life kick us around. Then we start kicking the people we love around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to look at it like You know.
Mm-hmm.
Next one.
Practice good communication skills. That's a plus. And if that is so, you know, a lot of times, you know how they say monkey see, monkey do type of thing. That's the communication that we're giving off to some of our children. So they act on how or move how they see us move. And they feel like mama doing it. This is okay for me to do. You know, so if we start telling our children, you know, to work on life situations, because just say for instance, if you get in a situation where it may can cost you your life, you know, we have to think about these things, talk about these hard things in life that children may face. Just like how some men probably need to talk to these boys about getting pulled over by law enforcement. You know, some black men may face it different and
Right.
experiencing the racism or whatever they may face. They need to have an understanding of how that works. And if you know you don't tell them, then what do you do?
And there's a couple of fellas out here that I know that's doing podcasts and stuff like that. That is you know, trying to teach the kids how to move in the right way and all that. And you know,
You
I'm
say
not
from podcasts?
yeah, I know a couple of podcasts and other things. I mean, you know, people in real life doing it, but I mean like when I get around you know, partners and they sons and children, we try to tell our kids and children around us how to move, how to, you know, how to become manly and not to get rattled too quick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy for us to get rattled and it's hard to stay on track sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times, like, we don't realize how hard it is to get everything together. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like and share. It don't cost a thing. But yeah, I think if we start practicing better communication skills,
Mm-hmm.
um, it would change a whole lot because I think a lot of stuff we doing in front of our kids, you know, that screaming at each other and all that fighting. I mean, you know, men and everybody is getting too emotional where they, you know, doing too much stuff in front of the kids. And we don't realize the monsters we are creating,
Right.
you know. I mean, I done got to the point we just about need to snatch the game from them because we got a level of kids that all they want to do is play the game and then they live through the game. They get in their real cars and they drive it like they're driving in their cars on the game.
I
And
know.
they don't realize that you get real tickets out here. You
Mm-hmm.
real time out here, and you can kill real people out here. And it's not like the game where you just start over and you just go again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think there's a lot of things we have to, you know, straighten out. What's up, Kimberly? Up in his house in this thing. What's up, Barbara? Up in this thing. She said,
Prophet said, not raising bad children. Some just raise children badly. Right.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree. And that was the perfect scenario because
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we trying to raise kids. What's that? But when you don't know how to raise a good kid, because you know, that's why you have you can go to certain places and kids Like you can go to certain schools and kids will act different. Now you go to all the schools in the inner city and all of them almost acting the same. It's like,
Mhm.
like they all kind of just out there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But once you go outside the city, it's totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the kids are being raised way different than they being raised inside the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and I think another thing, we got to start raising these girls to love themselves, to love their hair, to you know, eat to live, don't live to eat. 'Cause I was saying that the other day, and I was thinking about it. I was like, man, we done got into this era where eating is the new party for everybody. And I think people need to stop going out to all these out to eat places, spending hundreds of dollars, fattening yourself up 2, 3 times a day when we shouldn't be eating but once, maybe twice a day. And we trying to get in 3, 4, 5 meals. And you can Google it up. We don't supposed to eat this much. Animals in the wild, we got animals that eat once a week. You got some animals that can eat almost shit once every 2, 3 months because they eat and then they sitting up there, they digesting stuff. It take them a while to digest stuff and this and that, like snakes and other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to do better. And
Yeah.
and I think once we stop this super love for food, for gouging, for making the restaurant the party and all of that. And
What's the cheapest way to give somebody a gift? Let me buy you lunch.
yeah, I mean, we got to realize that we're hurting ourselves. We're hurting our body. We doing damage, and we just got to start doing just start doing a better thing out here. And I know it's gonna be hard, but it is what it is.
No.
Bam, come on, next one.
So see a good example by living a healthy life, and you just made that statement.
Mm, yep, I guess we can move on to the next because that was kind of quick and to it. Go ahead.
Show empathy and understanding towards others. And
Break,
that's something people don't do.
break that down for us.
I mean, like you have compassion, you know, towards someone else's feelings, or you're understanding the person of how they feel, or their mental state, their emotional state. You got to understand where the person is, walking in somebody else's shoes. Let me put it that way. You can't just assume that this person is this way because that's the way you think. But just see, like, there are people that have more than others. And you feel like this person should move this certain type of way because you have it. But you don't know the things that this person has gone through to get to where they are. You don't know their struggles or trials that they're even dealing with. You don't know because it doesn't bother you, because I shouldn't have empathy because I'm good. My life is good. So why should I worry about those that are down or can't be well off like I can be?
Right. And that's and things like that. I feel you on that because, like, I try to walk in a way that I see every man is equal because in life you can be up today and down tomorrow.
Yep.
And we don't realize that sometimes, and such a blessing every day just to be around here, walking, seeing, because, shouts out to my partner Patrick, still recovering from a stroke. He was on top of the world. He was, what's name, and then all of a sudden, that kind of took him down a little bit, and he's still battling back. He's getting better, but it's like you don't realize how quick life can throw a curveball at you and have you so different than what you was just yesterday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we understand, about all the stress and everything that can make you good one day and a whole nother person the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got to realize that we just got to do better because, it can be a person that smoke every day and they can live to 100. And then you can have a person smoke for 2-3 months and got lung cancer.
Yeah.
And we just don't know what might happen to us at any time or any day. And I think sometimes we just got to, we got to buckle down. And if we gonna get these kids better, we got to start, putting some in them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't putting enough inside of them. You know what I'm saying? Like good stuff. Like, it's so angry. And I think sometimes we're so worried about so much stuff that's happening to us that we forget it's people all around us watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. That part. Come on with it.
So we have to lead by examples in terms of work ethics and responsibilities.
Yeah. And I think that's about true. I go out every day and I try to work hard and I try to show people that you can, try to get it the right way. I know everybody then took little turns and didn't do everything the exact right way, but as long as you come back some kind of day and try to do right by it
Mm-hmm.
certain days. But yeah, I just think that
Irvin said these kids have to make a better choice in their life. They trying to be so grown so fast. Oh, that is so true.
and
It's
then
like,
a thing like that, the world is trying to grow them up so fast and so
yeah.
quick. Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
I was just saying, like, some children feel like once they graduate high school, they're grown. So if they're able to go and move a certain type of way, like for instance, people used to be so excited their 21st birthday. Oh, I can go and get my first drink at 21, right?
Mhm.
But now at 21, they have done everything that a 21-year-old would possibly do. They start drinking in high school. Smoking in high school, going to the casino in high school. So when your 21st birthday comes, huh?
11, 12 years
No,
old.
that's what I'm saying. You don't have no excited about being 21. People don't do those things no more because you experience it early in life.
Yeah. I think they still doing it. They just not doing it too much in the inner city. I mean, like it's like birds of a feather. And when you see everybody really not caring and really doing so much around you, sometimes it can get lost. Like we can be tending to so many different things around us. We don't realize our kids and everything are watching us daily. And we have to set an example how we talk, how we act for the kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But sometimes the kids come around and we don't change. We just keep on being us. And sometimes us is kind of bad. you know, just being us. So I just think we got to do better by the kids. Got to.
Yeah. So we have to encourage your teens to pursue their core values, passion, and interest. Break that one down. What are the core values? Is it just general life things? Is that what we talking about?
Yeah. I think we got to get back as grown-ups to having a value or trying to accomplish something. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people have lost their way on having ambitions. Sometimes I hear so many people just want to make it, just want to get get through day for day. We don't have, when the last time you heard a person say, "Oh, I want a business. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that." We find with just working a 9 to 5. We always talk about how we want to break loose from the man. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we just got to realize that, you got corporate, but then you do got another level out here. And sometimes we got to get back to being roofers and what's the name. And I think that's a lot of things that with all this stuff shut down and AI and all this intelligence coming, we're going to have to find different ways to make money, to make a living, to do things. And it's out here. We just got to make it, we got to dig, I call it working dirt, make something out of nothing. We had to do it. I think we kind of lost our way because don't no kids and grown-ups have dreams of what they want to do, what they really want to do. You got people out here that want to be cooks, want to be singers, want to be this, want to be that, want to be this, and ain't even doing nothing that they want to do.
Well, I mean, there's a difference. Like some people may say they want to do it. Maybe it could be a hobby. Maybe they want to be a fun thing that they inquire to be fun.
A lot of people ain't doing it for a hobby. A lot of people now, their hobby is probably drinking and smoking, and it's not. People are not really doing real things. Like I could. Now I'm gonna tell you, I can sit up a gas station, sit at the gas station, and watch people go in. And in the inner city, I can watch people go in and out of the gas station. All they're gonna get is beer, Black and Mild, cigarettes, couple bag of chips, everything, because we don't realize most of everything at the store, from the lunch meat, bologna, hot dogs, everything at that convenience store is mainly junk food. Most of this is no nutrients, everything man-made from a machine, dumped in a bag, package up, boom, for you. If you just think about everything in a Toastman store, what you think in there that's good for your body? I wait. Every now and then somebody
they sell fruit at the counter.
Yeah, I was just gonna say every now and then somebody
got
come
a banana
and an apple, but most people ain't doing it. They probably sell 5 bananas and for 2 hours. 2 hours by selling 5 bananas, but I bet you somebody come through there. I bet you if you count how many bananas they sell and you count how many blunts and beers they sell all day, you just say, woo. So I'm just saying, like, in bags of chips, we not even looking at that. We done got to the point. See, I done got to the point now. The only thing I go to the toaster stove for now is gas. I know ain't nothing in there good for me. This and that. I don't buy nothing at the toaster stove but gas. That's it. That's the only thing, and I better be running out of gas. I'm still gonna try to make it to one of these grocery store, Kroger or something, and get some gas. I ain't gonna even try to get no gas there because I know I ain't even going in the store. Halftime now, if somebody catch me at the gas station, they're gonna see me by the pump. That's it. They ain't gonna hardly ever see me. If I go in the gas station, I'm getting something for somebody else.
Mm.
So
That's awesome. You don't hear people say that.
huh?
You know, one day we was on the show and you explained what they mean, toast something. Something you can tote or something. The toast, when you said toast some store.
Oh, yeah.
This is funny.
And it's just like you said, it's the stuff that you have at the Toastum store that's bad for you. And you go to a real grocery store and people don't do that. People even rather go to the Family Dollar or the dollar store to make groceries. And then they buy honey buns and everything that it still ain't nothing neutral. There's little pizzas, little this, everything that's packaged up. No real food, most.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we just got to do better because the kids, we bringing it back and we letting the kids eat that and they're not eating nothing healthy. We got kids that's overweight at 5, 6
Years old.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to look at us because we the one feeding them. We the one giving them this. We the one starting these bad trends and how they act, and we the one starting this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We just got to do better. Come on with it.
So we have to be open-minded and willing to listen to different perspectives. So from the children, or are you saying in life general?
Life, Joan. I think because I look at it like this here. Reason I know we stuck and we don't look at life in a different perspective because I say it like this here. Even when we think about, Democrats, Republican, or anything like that, it's like we stuck on just one side and we hate everything that's different. Anything new that's is different that we hate it. We want to stay the same. We want to stay, and we don't even realize that what we doing ain't working, ain't helping our kids, ain't getting. I mean, like I be telling my daughter, like we need to be telling our kids to get in tech and do other things and get into the computer a little bit more so they can be technology savvy.
Technical savage, uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And we still got grown people that don't know how to work a telephone, don't know how to work a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to do better for the kids.
Yeah, got to.
The kids need us. And they children, the grandchildren, and all that. And they watching, they watching us do more we do more trying to make a TikTok video than we do trying to raise the kid right or get him a nice game with it. They got these new computers, they got all this extra stuff that help you get ahead in life. We're not putting a lot of stuff into them, and we pushing back. We want all this free stuff, but we pushing back. Anytime there's something free, we got a line around the corner, down the street, this and that. We will run out of gas to get something free.
Yeah, they were giving out free gas somewhere today.
Yeah, Mr. Brown store, I heard.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where it was.
Come on. Well, I thought it was something happening. I thought somebody got in a shootout or something.
I know, like one Sunday, I was at church. They had a shootout in.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Uh-huh. Okay, show respect for authority figures and the law. Who they run from them all the time. I wonder, does somebody say if the police get behind you to pull you over, run. Do you think the children are actually taught this, or they just decide to do this? What you think?
I don't think it's this what I'm this what I'm thinking. Okay, we had a couple of years with lawlessness. When COVID hit, it's like the police stopped pulling people over, because our Joker could cough, and we didn't know. Nobody know how bad this thing was, and when no police wanted to put you in no car, nothing. So we had kids and everything just driving just however they wanted to, running lights, running stop signs, just however they want to, because a lot of cops and everything resigned. It wasn't because a lot of people didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
you saying with the COVID thing, you think it probably
and
had them scared?
they didn't even start back courts to like 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a year later for people to start going back to church and all this old type of stuff. So you had all this stuff happening, but we didn't realize how it affected us so bad. Not going, kids not being in school, not having, because they got forced to be around their moms and daddies and stuff, and some of them weren't good role models. The teacher, we realized going to school with the teacher 8 to 10 hours a day is way better than sitting around mama and daddy 10 hours a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of messed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So practice good time management by always arriving on time. There's some adults still need to do that. And I'm guilty.
Listen, I'm telling you, I don't know too many people that's on time. Everybody got something else to do and this and that. And then we done got such to the point that we accepted, and now structure is coming back around. And I think we pushing back because structure and law and order is trying to ease its way back, and we trying to push back. Cause I done seen just the last 3-4 weeks. Cause Lexington, it's always more police out and people trying to do right. But I done seen more cars up poles, ran off the road and in ditches, because people are actually trying to run from the police even more. Even as we get more police out here, more police serious, more police than got the handcuffs back taken off them. So you're gonna see more police being more more aggressive towards us now. And they're gonna start back profiling you a little bit. If you're riding 3 deep in the car, 4 deep in the car, you might get pulled over. Like back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that being on time, it's a rough sale. Go ahead.
Show financial responsibility and teach budgeting skills. Most people are taught to survive. If you're in a impoverished area, budgeting skills is not something that's instilled. You're more in a survival mode than saving mode. Right. So until you build that mindset, if you don't change the mind, you won't be able to build the income.
You're right. And what's going on around here is the man is sometimes I can say this is what I'm gonna say, and people ain't gonna like it. People ain't gonna like it. We always say we ain't got enough money to do this or do that, but we always have enough money to do what we want to do. Because If we want to smoke all day, people can smoke all day. If they want to drink all day, they can drink all day. They find and have all kind of hustles and all kind of ways to get money for everything that they shouldn't be doing. But what they should be doing, they don't have like a joker could buy all the weed and big old steaks and all that. But then when you say eating healthy, ooh, that food too high. Oh Lord, just eyes are not going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The food that when you're trying to get the vegetables that's already chopped up and all that, the potatoes already chopped up. But if you just go get a bag of potatoes, they're still like $3-4. You can chop them up yourself and make enough French fries to cook for your whole family around that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't realize if you buy the leg of broccoli instead of the broccoli that's already broken down into the little package and all that, that little package costs about $7. But you go there and buy the big old stem of broccoli, it's just $2. See, we don't understand that with a knife, we can chop our costs in half by chopping up our vegetables and stuff and fruits and stuff like that. Like we'll take a whole watermelon, and a watermelon will only cost you $7 to $10, $8, whatever. But if they cut it up and they cut it up in a nice little piece and put it in a little package, they're gonna sell you just that little old package for $7. They done made 8 watermelons in that.
Yeah, $8.
So this is what I'm trying to say. If you
So
go,
many people living on convenience. What
right,
can be
you go to
convenient?
the
Make it easier.
farmers market and stuff like that. You can get you 10, 12, what's $9. You can come out with some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we want to do that. You know what I'm saying? We want stuff pre-packaged stuff, and that costs. Just because a joker took it and put it in there, and I had to look at that one day. You can buy a whole turkey. This big. You hear me?
Yeah.
This big.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go, you can pay what them turkeys be running at Thanksgiving. At $20? Oh, is that about right?
For what? A turkey?
Big turkey.
About 30.
About $30. And then we can get a little old package, a ground up turkey or whatever, a little old bitty package, and we'll pay $7, $8, $9 for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And don't realize the bulk. These turkeys be big. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go to Sam's and they giving away whole chickens for $5. Been doing it before COVID. Whole chicken $5. And we'll go
already prepared.
Right, a whole chicken. And we'll go to Popeyes and buy one chicken burger for $5.99.
But you know what? Children aren't taught to cook. What child can cut a whole chicken? Can you take a whole chicken and cut it into parts?
Well, that's what mamas and daddies are for.
That's what I'm saying. They don't even teach children to even cook no more. It's so much fast, like everything is microwave. Everything in our lives are microwave because we always on the go. Gotta get there. So we forget about the little things in life that we need to be instilling in these children or teaching them.
And that's one thing we got to do different. That's one thing we got to do different. We got to get to the point that we starting to try to teach them how to eat good food, how to shop, how to what's name. Because you got to think about it. You can go to the farm market or you can go to what's name, and they'll give you the whole ear of corn and all that. You can get big old bushes of corn. But the catch is you have to rip it. You have to
shuck it.
Cut it in half or whatever.
Shuck it and store it. Do you know how to freeze? Do you know how to blanch vegetables? Do you know how to do these things?
Greens that big bundles of greens and stuff. They have it out there. We just don't want to do the stuff as packaging up ourselves, you know.
Yep. But listen, we're coming to a day and time in our lives where these type of things will need to be taken into consideration. We don't know what we're going to face on the food side. So I'm saying like start preparing vegetables and things like that and freezing these things or placing in your freezer, buying canned goods, things like that. So if you're not instilling these things on being prepared ready, when it's time come, you're not going to be ready to be prepared. It's just going to be hard.
Right.
And it's like a life thing, but we're in desperate times. It take desperate measures, and people feel like they can just take what they need instead of trying to go and get it and save it and prepare for yourself.
Yeah.
So people gonna start taking what you got because they don't want to go out and do it for themselves.
And then I'm gonna tell you this. One thing we can get from it, see, we done got so high and mighty that I was listening to the Congress lady the other day. She was like, "Oh, we ain't going back to picking cotton and all that." Man, ain't nobody picking no cotton. You know what I'm saying? They got machines that
We
run.
pick time. We don't know what to even do with it.
I'm just saying they got machines that run through, clean all them things out there, and we've been knowing it. And farming and all this stuff make money. And we got to get back to teaching kids how to farm, how to make their own little stuff and this and that. And I said this year that I was gonna buy one of them big old pens and put me some, seeds in there. Give me some watermelon seed, but yeah, I'm gonna get me some seeds, put up in there, and just try to grow something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna probably get some of them little swimming pools and just boom, 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 get a bunch of them and just fill them up with that stuff
And make your little garden.
make me a garden. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just got to do stuff a little better. Come on with it.
Angela said people want to be something they're not nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody, what they see, the Joneses?
Yeah. And that's part of our problem a little bit, that we done got to this point that everybody want to look like they doing good instead of trying to grow to doing good. I love it when I hear people say, I got a plan just in case this don't work out. Because that's what we stopped doing. We started trying to base our future on others. We don't realize our life can change in an instant. And, just like people dying around us, we're not dead. We're not gone. We can always reinvent ourselves and make something different and make something better, But sometimes we so shocked about, stuff that's going on around us that it kind of put us in a zone like, oh, what should I do now? Keep living. That's what you do.
That's it.
As long as you keep living, everything else will
fall into place.
Fall in place. We don't realize before we got that job, we had another job. Before we had this career, we had another career. Man, I done changed 80 damn jobs in the last 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I be just saying, like, I do anything and everything to make some money. But one thing I try to do, the reason I buy tools and other stuff is I'll try to make it where I'm going to be able to work regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be able, when all else fails here, there, I'm going to be like that old man that got that farm with a little bit of everything. Go ask Billy down there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to be one of them dudes that You know, if you need something, you can call her. If I don't know how to get it, I know how, you know, who to get it, some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
one call, there's
we
no.
just, we just got to get back to the point that we don't we are self-surviving, and we
Mhm.
surviving off the system. And when we lose something, we don't feel a collapse, like we lost it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Just a new beginning.
I agree.
Come on with it.
Encourage volunteer work and giving back to the community. They got to create, they get that empathy back to even want to give to the next person, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we get to the point that we can, you know, generate that wealth. Because, like I said, when you spending half of your money on uh trying to pleasure yourself or whatever, you know, a lot of money we have that I remember that people didn't spend back in the day. People didn't spend their nail money, their hair money, a lot of little stuff. Women always spent a little hair money. But it wasn't it was like one, they used to go to the hair, get their hair done once every 2 weeks or once a month. And,
Mhm.
you know, or get that perm or something, and they do everything they sell. They used to roll up their hair every night and all that. They used to save money. They used to find ways to save money. Now we find ways to spend money. You know, we feel like we got to perp ourselves and treat ourselves like a queen and all that. But we don't realize how much money we blowing, you know, just on cigarettes. If you just count out your cigarettes, your liquor, your going out to a bar every night and all this type of stuff, trying to live this quick day, but we don't realize when you live that life, that quick life like that, it falls down even quicker.
Mhm.
And that's why we tear our body down. It's like putting the wrong gas in a car.
Yeah.
It might still run for a minute, but it's gonna steady start breaking down. And we got to get back to the basics where we putting good stuff in us. We trying to live a good life. We trying to live a longer life. And we start, you know, eating better, doing better, trying to figure something out a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
We have to demonstrate emotional intelligence and self-awareness.
What you think about that?
I mean, that's called life. We not emotionally intelligent. We don't have a lot of common sense on survival. When you thinking about just your intelligence as a whole, it's really what you're being taught.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, morals of life. And then
And
that be the problem. That's how a lot of these killings go on, these shootings, because they act off of their emotions. They be quick to fly off the handle.
yeah,
You got to be able to keep yourself calm and move how you should to protect others, and
right.
not just blow up so easy.
But
I've been
and
around and I've seen people pull weapons so easy, because they got it. They
yeah,
don't know how to manage their emotions.
and it's for dumb shit. You looking at me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
What you looking at? I mean,
Mhm.
uh, you spent off. You're driving down the street, my street. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I done seen jokers pull out whole AKs and everything, and then like um, it's a whole lot of stuff like arguing with men and women doing a whole lot of arguing here and there, and it shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, come on with it.
Finish what you start and enforce clear boundaries and expectations. That sounds so good. Start something and finish it. Okay, that's a check one. Enforce clear boundaries. Like, hey, I'm going to set these boundaries. You don't try and move me this way, or you don't try to make me waver this way, and not expecting everything to be on the up and up from everybody. That's just like friends. You have these friends that overstep boundaries, and then you be having a higher expectation from them when it's really low because they are not really part of where your boundaries should be. So, yeah. But I can myself. I can be a procrastinator. So I do try and encourage other young people to try and be more accurate on doing things in a timely manner, even though I'm not, not in all things.
Yeah. And like I say, as long as you're trying.
Yeah. Show kindness and generosity towards others.
Ooh, I don't think that's happening.
Well, not in all aspects, but it's some people that's willing to do it, or are trying to move towards being kinder to people.
Yeah,
Especially during COVID, you had people being real kind and nice and tender during COVID time, because that kind of brought people together because there were so many that were leaving this earth supposedly because of, the sickness, that the plague or whatever that came upon us. So people start taking pleasuring life. Let me say that they start taking life better at heart and loving different because there were so many unexpected deaths. Just like now, you have so many people. I've heard within the last 3 days, like 4 or 5 people that passed away from kidney failure. This is something you didn't hear often. I don't know where it came from, but there are so many people being diagnosed with cancer. There's so many people having heart issues, so many people having heart attacks, kidney failure. So you don't know where life will place you. So that probably, when you have death, people to pass away, it kind of draw people to be a little more kinder. So facing these things, generosity has gotten a little better, I can say, you know.
but I think we also then started acting more like New Yorkers now, and a big city, like super big cities now, where we kind of like mean mugging each other and kind of just not talking. Because I think like now, if you speak to people get kind of just give you you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like you're bothering them.
it used to didn't be like that, and I just
Yeah.
think that's something that we should, keep an eye on. Go ahead.
Do what you say you will do. That's probably like finishing what you start, right? Are you saying like hold your word? If you say
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this and you do it, okay.
yeah. And I don't think we know how much we don't do it.
But you know why? It even speaks in the book. It says that the mouth speaketh, but the heart is far from it. Your mind and your brain or train of thought want to do it, but if it's not in your heart to do it, your heart is far from it. So, how can you do it? Your heart has to be changed first. You can speak things like, I'm going to do it, but you keep speaking those things and it will eventually take place because it become your desire or your heart desire. And once it grow into the heart, then yeah, you can have that change.
Sound like a woman. Come on with it.
Really? Watch it now. Is that what you said? Like a what? Oh, look at you, scared to repeat it. We ain't gonna get you that bad. Show appreciation and gratitude for others by saying please, thank you, and you're welcome. People do that. That would be real nice if we got back into saying thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Please, or even will you? Okay.
That part.
Show humility and apologize when you are wrong. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big one now.
Yeah, that's just taking accountability.
Yeah.
That's all. Straight, flat. That's it.
Yeah, I done had a lot of people that's wrong, and I think sometimes we try to jump around, beat around the bush, but we don't want to just take that straight accountability for being wrong. You know,
Right, right.
that part is lacking. Come on with it.
Show forgiveness towards others. Yeah, it's hard for people to forgive.
And it's supposed to be a forgiving world, and with all these, I ain't gonna say so, but all these Christians and Muslims and all these people they supposed to, forgive, and it's not a lot of forgiveness. I remember back in the day, I thought the world was gonna be so much better because when I was turning around, I was looking at all these women pages, and all of them saying their favorite book was the Bible, and I just don't believe it no more. I just don't believe it no more. I heard it all the time. My favorite book is the Bible and this and that, and they know
It's the Bible that you probably don't read. Oh, okay.
Proverbs 36, 31, 27. Okay, my bad. But
But the virtuous woman, is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm just saying a lot of people can only name a couple of them, out of their little book and things like that. It's not a real thing that people really know how to do, how they kind of put it out there, Yeah. Come on with it.
Show patience and understanding when dealing with difficult situations.
I think people are getting there. I don't think people was there at first, but I think people are getting there on the patience side. Yeah.
Okay.
What you think?
Well, some are, but I think it's impatient when you do 100 miles per hour down the street just to turn into the store that's a block away.
Yeah. Yeah. I done seen so many.
Past you, zoom, zoom, zoom,
I
zoom, zoom,
remember one time I
zoom.
caught myself finna follow somebody. I was like, they going so fast. Oh, I said, let me see where they going. And it wasn't a block. They turned up into a store, and I was like, man, this joker did all this, ran a whole light. I done seen one person run a whole light just to run the light to get to the store right there by the light. It just don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Come on with it.
Show resilience and a positive attitude in the face of challenges. Yeah, that sounds good.
Mm. Come on with it.
Show a willingness to learn and grow.
And that's the problem right there. I think the only thing that they didn't put it in there is change. Are willing to learn and grow and change with that growth a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like sharing and being something different than you once was. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes we don't realize what we are until we wasn't. Sometimes you can be something a little different, a little better. Us trying to work on ourselves. We're so busy, just want to be happy that we don't realize. I tell people all the time, why make all this money and then have to use your money to take care of yourself at a later date instead of enjoying it you'd be half-ass in the hospital because we're living like we aspire at 50 and 60, and then we having all these health problems and everything else, and don't realize you got to keep on growing and keep on doing things even at 50.
Yeah.
Man, you still got to try to eat better and eat right and try to what's name. You already passed that halfway cycle. You know, they say life cycle really is at 35 to 40. 35 to 40 is in the halfway of lifestyle, because the average lifespan for a black man is 76 years old. So if you bust that in half, you know what I'm saying? You right there at what, about 77, 77 and a half? I mean, now, 37 and a half. Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, right in that range. So we got to realize that we got to take care of ourselves, even at a later date. See, one thing I can say that women are doing more now is they waking up on down the line and saying to themselves, hey, shoot, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm 50. All y'all girls hit 20 something. Y'all ain't even got it like me. They is your children. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to do is stop fattening them up like a plump pig at an early age. Stop buying. See, the grandmas and the granddaddies, they the worst habitual offenders, because they want to just make their children smile. So they just ban all the junk food because they know it's going to put a smile on their face. They're going to eat, oh, mwah, mwah, I love you. But you're breaking their system down. You throwing their thing out of whack. They mess around diabetes by the time they hit 15. And we don't understand that part of the game. On feeding them is junk food, and that's what it's called, junk food, for a reason. So we just got to do better on stuff like that, I think. Learning how to grow. Come on with it.
Show respect for different cultures and backgrounds.
And I think we in a war with people that don't look like us sometimes. I think sometimes we're running around, we're trying to, oh, the white man, oh, Chinese, oh, the Mexican, oh, you know what? I noticed a lot of them people ain't thinking about us. When the last time a bunch of Mexicans showed up at your party, when the last time a bunch of them chicks at the Vietnamese or the one or Koreans or whatever that's at the shop, when have they ever went to your bridal shower or a birthday party or anything that you had? When they ever jumped on your live and said, hey, you know, this and that. We got to realize that the more we try to put all these different groups in the same group as us, we just got to fix ourselves, because the people around you is the same people around you. And we keep on trying to make it seem like that, you know, a lot of different people like staying around us. When Mexicans stay beside you, they don't too much fuck with you too much. They with their family. They got enough stuff going on. They getting them some rest so they can go out, get some work in tomorrow. We got to get back to that type of code. We got to get back to working and knowing how to work and all that stuff, and trying to get it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mexicans running around here and they big old trucks and all that old type of stuff. They making money. We always try to act like it's picking cotton, but look at what's building around us. Look at this, even the little building, the little old folks' home right there on Maggie Evers being built. The Mexicans out there building. You know what I'm saying? Go down even to the courthouse, to the sheriff courthouse. It's Mexicans and Latinos are all up and down now. I don't see no white. I don't see no black. We used to say black and white folks billing and all this old type of stuff. We looking at all our roofs. All we see is Mexicans and other people and this and that. We don't even want other people working on us. We can't even depend on each other because we done became undependable. We look at each other and all we doing is scruffling to survive because we won't try to just deal with our people. We won't try to do stuff the old-fashioned way. If you don't get it, don't try to make it happen. Try to get you a little. I remember back in the day, I used to go to the junkyard and buy me a $200 car. Then I raise up me enough money and buy me a motor, put me a motor in it, and go with it. And I do that same thing to this day. I put motors and stuff instead of trying to buy a new car. By the time you pay for a motor, a brand new motor, is probably about anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, $5,000 at the most.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go out and spend $22,000 on a car or something instead of buying a $2,000-$3,000 motor to put back in our car and keep it rolling for the next 20 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we got to start looking at stuff a little different to pass down to the kids. Sometimes we deserve stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you work hard enough and you deserve stuff. But I think sometimes we're overdoing it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we got to crawl before we walk.
Yeah.
And walk before you run. And sometimes trying to jump out the baby bed straight into a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah. That part. All right, come on.
Show respect. We did that one.
Bad, I'm trying to click on. Go ahead.
Show a strong sense of self-worth and self-esteem.
What's the thing about that?
Yeah, that's things we don't do. A lot of times we ignore what we're worth and just settle. In life, with people, there are a lot of things we know our worth. Even if you settle for something that will be less than what you're worth, then it is what it is. It's okay these days. People are just looking for convenience. So you have convenience, that's what you're doing, settling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on through.
Come on with it.
Show a sense of humor and the ability to laugh at yourself. Yeah, we don't have to be so serious all the time. Laughter is good for the soul.
And we are some kind of serious around here. Serious about everything. It can be a bottle of water. So we ready to fight. I'm telling you, we so serious these days about every little old thing. You know,
You can't even say hi to some people. It's that serious.
I mean, I just think about just even an election, even me playing with some of my partners and just, looking at something a little different. I mean, I realize how many partners, friends, and people online that I have lost just for, choosing something a little different or thinking a little different outside the box or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, but people don't realize that everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and that if they feel a certain type of way, it's okay for them to feel that way if you're secure in what you believe. But when you're not, that's when it becomes challenging up for discussion. So
yeah, it used to be what people
Well, I'm just saying, just like when you be speaking about President Trump, I let you do it because that's your opinion. I
Yeah.
can feel the way I feel and don't even have to even discuss it with you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Um, I think what's name, when I was on the show earlier and I was saying stuff like what I would do to straighten out America and this and that, I can go back to these shows where I actually said that I would take the military and take it down there to the. I know you probably remember me saying that, taking the military down to the border, on both sides, and I could stop all everything that's going on at the border and all that stuff, and they are finding so much stuff. All these stash houses, they finding bodies. They finding now. They found a new thing where, like this is over 6,400 Mexicans missing that their family ain't seen them because they got like extermination camps. Like they taking their money and then they taking them to these little holding camps before and killing them and sticking them in the and where they taking their IDs and everything off of them, and that's the last you ever hear about them after they did all the IDs.
So when you say they, America side or the other side?
Mexican cartoons.
So they try and act like they're gonna take the money to send them here.
Yeah, because think about it, it's a lot
they
of
being scammed.
Yeah, it's a lot of people coming from like other countries and stuff coming through Mexico.
Yeah, through Mexico, I know.
And these folks ain't being found because you got to think about it. Maybe a Mexican, they might feel like, oh, well, if Mexican was named, we'll hear some flack on that. But somebody from Venezuela, somebody from
El Salvador, where most of them coming from, they say.
So, or just whole nother place. Like it's people coming from in Europe and stuff, and they're getting funneled down here and coming across. It's Pakistani people, it's Indians, it's all them coming down through there. It's black people from Haiti and all. I mean, it's people from everywhere coming up through here. It's not just a immigration thing, just Mexicans. No, it's way.
You still want to go to Brazil? Did you want to go to Brazil, or did you say Africa? Where did you want to go?
Africa,
not Brazil.
I had said Brazil probably would be nice just to go for a vacation, but it ain't nothing on my bucket list.
Oh, it's not on your bucket list. Oh, okay.
Bucket list. I done been to Brazil in about 10 different movies, so I'm good. I done been all around the world on TV. And I've been all around the world when I went to the army, so it is what it is. So I'm not. It's nothing that I feel like I got to what's name. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rhonda? Up in his house, up in this thing.
Rhonda said, "I went to Panama. I loved it." Okay. Yeah. Panama City, Panama. Okay.
She said, "I'm definitely going back." Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't trust a lot of stuff right now. A lot of people
right now, I ain't going nowhere. I don't even want to go to.
A lot of people are hating America right now, and they telling you that they hate it. I mean,
bad as I miss my family, I will not be going to see them no time soon. Not if I got to fly there. And that's a long drive.
But it's just something else, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I know I wouldn't be going to another country outside of America. Mm-mm.
Right, that boy.
No.
Okay.
Show unconditional love and support for your team. Yeah. And then sometimes this unconditional love means lying for them. So What are you showing? I feel like your unconditional love will be setting a better stage for the kids.
Yeah. Rhonda said, they have so much respect for America. Well, Panama, they ain't the people trying to get through the border. So they don't really care like that. But hey, look, they'll be carrying it. We taking up. Remember, we talking about taking over the Panama Canal.
He trying to snatch it.
They forgot Trump.
Don't go back no time soon, Rhonda.
Trying to go to war. Look, trying to come over there and take the Panama Canal back. So they might have a little,
a little pushback within these 100 days. Yeah. So you probably went last year, maybe, Rhonda.
Right. It's a different year.
It's a different year.
A different thing, man. Mm-hmm. So, that part.
Yeah, but show unconditional love and support for your teams. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just think they need us so badly right now. So I mean, we just got to. She said she went this year.
This year, okay.
Yep, that's before. That's still probably before that. He just started putting in. Look, they wasn't taking him serious till he got all the way in office. January the 20th. Then they were like, "Hold on, player. He doing he doing that. Oh, there's something new. Oh, are you doing that?
Waking up every day like,
man, every day. Oh, every night too. Every night I be looking at the news at night. Oh my! And I'll be like, and then they asked Trump, "Do you sleep?" And he was like, "Yeah, I get a couple hours. I don't need but a couple hours." I was like, they talk about a joker. See, I think we got to the point that Biden didn't do no work, and now we got a person that's extra working, and it
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can just go to sleep.
They said his last couple of years.
I don't know what they said. I don't know.
They saying that somebody else was signing for him and running a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're just.
Well, you can't go on hearsay.
Oh, it's. I put it away. It's 5 books coming out this year about Biden.
Okay.
Already out about one coming out. Is it next week? There's one coming out next week, but it's like 5 books coming out on how Biden was treating the office at the time or whatever people call it.
Why talk about people of the past? That's what I'm trying to see. Just let them go and be sleepy. Whatever, Why worry about that? Why bring a book? Who would buy it? That's what I want to know.
Oh, suck it, duck it now. Okay. They taking kidneys out there. No. I'm telling they've been taking kidneys out. Man, people don't realize what you got to start doing, Rhonda, and everybody who would like to do all this good traveling. You need to start, just Google up how many Americans went missing in some of these places. See, as long as you part of a group, that's one thing I like about my mom. She go traveling in a big old group. And, with white people in there too, because if you just got a black group, you might disappear and you might not. But let me stop there. But yeah, it's just we just got to realize. I mean, it's a little different. But that's all I got. You good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody for watching and all that. And it is kind of different because I'm used to a Tuesday. I'm not used to a Wednesday. Seems like getting extra tired and stuff for Wednesday, but I'm gonna be all right. But just how we came in, we're gonna get up out of this thing.
Yeah. Trip all big splash.
And I didn't quickly and end the stream this time like I did last night. Like,
I know, right?
as long as she is not the only Negro
With them.
I don't know now. Sometimes she is, but I think now she got her like 3-4 of them that's down with her now.
This man said 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, so it's about 4 Negroes in the group now, so it's all right.
Yeah, all silly.
But yeah, let's take care of these kids. Let's start feeding them better, treating them better. Having when they look at us, being proud of us and what we are doing and all that old type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That part. And what is that? Fix it, Jesus. But how they say, you ain't got to go home, but we got to.
But you gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Trip all big splash, baby, you can see it. Yeah. Strong.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking? Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Got him! Bye, Felicia.
Y'all fancy.
Picture go about 100 miles. That road can't miss now. Stand down, so I come away and I skip
And
time.
we up out of here.
I'm the age that's 12 shooters in a mistrial. They seen
See y'all next Tuesday.
no 10 times.
At 9 o'clock.
Tuesday, not Wednesday. Tuesday.
At 9 o'clock, because this was a struggle getting through a Wednesday. I'm not used to it. Okay, my bad. My whole body is made for a Tuesday.
Tuesday. Can't wait to Tuesday.
All right. See y'all next Tuesday. And I'm going to end the stream the right way today. Damn.
Good night.
We out.